Can a single decision change the course of history for a nation and positively impact millions of lives? Absolutely. And that's exactly what happened 1 year ago on June 24th, 2022, when the United States Supreme Court handed down a landmark ruling in the Dobbs versus Jackson case. This ruling overturned Roe v. Wade, the 1973 decision that led to the tragic loss of over 65 million unborn children and inflicted harm on countless women. This seismic shift has ignited a new chapter in our fight for life. Hello, I'm David Bereit. For the past quarter century, I've been committed to the pro-life cause. I've volunteered, led organizations, started a global movement, advised leaders, and spoken to more than 1 million people around the world. I've witnessed victories, faced challenges, and seen the transformative power of standing up for life. And I'm convinced that each of us has a crucial life-saving role to play, especially now in post-Roe America. By the end of this video, you'll understand the impact of last year's Supreme Court decision, the victories achieved since that time, the new challenges we face, and most importantly, how you can make a life-saving difference on your campus or in your community. I, like you, will never forget the day that decision was announced. I had just arrived home after a red-eye flight back from speaking at the California March for Life. Exhausted, I sat on the couch with my wife, Margaret, doing our morning Java with Jesus devotionals. At 10 a.m., I began casually checking the Supreme Court website for updates, thinking that the decision would probably not be announced until the following week. And then, at 10:10 a.m., the news broke. Roe v. Wade had been overturned. My exhaustion turned to exhilaration, and Margaret and I broke down in tears of joy. We felt a wave of profound gratitude and immediately called our children to share the news, since they had served on pro-life mission with our family all across America and around the world. We hung up the phone with them, and then we thanked God for all the heroic pro-life people across the nation whose prayers, efforts, and sacrifices had gotten us to this pivotal moment. There was relief and joy knowing that Roe v. Wade had been overturned, yes, but then a profound sense of responsibility set in. We knew that the work of the pro-life movement was far from over. In fact, a new chapter was just beginning. And now, more than ever, we need you. We need your passion, your conviction, your voice, because the fight for life is far from over. Over the last 12 months, amidst all the noise and fear-mongering from the media, abortion advocates, the abortion industry, and their political allies, there's one thing that's often been overlooked: the truth. So let's take a moment to understand the facts of the Dobbs decision. The case revolved around a Mississippi law which prohibits abortions after 15 weeks of gestation. However, the scope expanded significantly when Mississippi's courageous Attorney General Lynn Fitch requested that the Supreme Court overturn Roe v. Wade, which she referred to as egregiously wrong. As a result, the implications of that case extended far beyond Mississippi's borders. In a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court ruled that the Constitution does not confer a right to abortion. They overruled the decisions in Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey, which had previously imposed abortion on demand across all 50 states. The court argued that our nation's history and tradition does not include any right to abortion. They also stated that the 14th Amendment does not protect a so-called right to abortion. What this means is that the authority to regulate abortion has been returned to you and me, the American people, through our elected representatives in the states and in Congress. States can now regulate or prohibit abortion according to their own laws. The Dobbs decision has fundamentally changed the landscape of abortion in our country, and now it's up to us, the pro-life movement, to navigate this new terrain and continue to expand our fight for life. In the years since the Dobbs decision, I've personally traveled to 28 states, witnessing the best of the best and the worst of the worst. But through it all, one thing has remained constant: our unwavering commitment to life. 20 states have now banned or significantly restricted abortion, including Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Because of these protective state laws, abortions are decreasing. This is a testament to the power of legislation to save lives. Pro-life organizations have seen an increase in support and activism. More and more people are standing up for life, and it's making a profound difference. There's also been a rise in the number of pro-life candidates running for office. This is so crucial as we need more leaders who are willing to stand up for the most vulnerable among us. But with these victories come daunting new challenges. The Dobbs decision has sparked a wave of abortion activism and violence, with politicians and organizations furiously mobilizing to fight for abortion. The abortion industry is now simply jumping state borders from Mississippi and Texas to New Mexico, from North Dakota to Minnesota, from Tennessee to Illinois to continue their deadly business. We've seen devastating results on multiple state ballot initiatives. Abortion bans and restrictions have been blocked by activist judges and courts, and there is great risk of additional legal challenges that could undermine and strip away protective pro-life state laws. And one of the most alarming developments is the explosive increase in the use of deadly abortion pills, which presents a whole new front in our fight for life. But let me tell you this, we will not be deterred. We know that every life is worth fighting for, and we will continue to advocate and educate to counter abortion propaganda and to promote the pro-life cause. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about laws or politics. It's about human lives made in the image and likeness of God Almighty. It's about standing up for the most vulnerable among us, and it's about creating a culture of life where every person is valued and protected. So now it's up to us to navigate this new terrain. It's up to us to continue the fight for life, and it's up to you and me to make a difference, loving, protecting, and supporting mothers and their children. You have such an incredible opportunity to make a life-saving difference in this post-Roe landscape, and I want to share ways you can do just that. First, and most importantly, pray. Pray. We know that with God, all things are possible, even ending abortion. And during certain seasons, if you feel led, fast. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus tells us that some demons can only be driven out through prayer and fasting. Second, get involved or more involved in the pro-life movement on your campus or in your community. Join a Students for Life chapter or another local or statewide pro-life group, or start an innovative new pro-life organization. Participate in pro-life events, including state and national March for Life activities. Join prayer vigils or learn how to advocate for life on the sidewalk outside an abortion center. Champion pro-life policies. Your voice matters, and it can achieve tremendous impact. Third, educate yourself about the humanity and sacredness of a child in the womb. Learn about the harm that abortion causes to women and uncover the reality of the violence of abortion. There are many wonderful resources provided by pro-life organizations that can equip and empower you, and then share that knowledge with others. Be a voice for the voiceless. Fourth, invest your time, talents, and treasure at a local pregnancy resource center. These centers, their staff, and volunteers selflessly and compassionately provide support and resources for women facing unexpected pregnancies, and they can always use more help. Fifth, use your skills to contribute to the pro-life cause. Whether you're a writer, a speaker, active on social media, an organizer, or just someone with a passion for life, there's a place for you in this movement. Sixth, in this post-Roe landscape, we need strategic, state-level activism to promote pro-life laws and policies. You can play a key role in these efforts by getting involved in local and state politics. Support pro-life candidates. Work to elect pro-life leaders at all levels of government, and make sure that you always vote pro-life. Seventh, and finally, be ready to walk with women amidst unexpected pregnancies in the messiness of real life. If you know someone facing an unexpected pregnancy, let them know, I will help you. Those 4 words, that simple statement, can make a life-saving difference. Everyone has something to share. And in this new landscape, we need new strategies, new solutions, new energy. Most importantly, we need you. St. John Paul II in Evangelium Vitae reminds us that we are facing an enormous and dramatic clash between good and evil, death and life, the culture of death and the culture of life. We find ourselves not only faced with, but necessarily in the midst of this conflict. We are all involved, and we all share in it with the inescapable responsibility of choosing to be unconditionally pro-life. The Catechism of the Catholic Church instructs us that human life must be respected and protected absolutely from the moment of conception. This is our mission, our calling. So let's educate, vote, and get involved. Let's use our talents to walk with women saying, I will help you, because every life is worth fighting for, and together we can foster a culture of life. Let's be the generation that ends abortion for once and for all. Because the Supreme Court is not the ultimate authority. That title belongs to our Supreme God, the author of life. His laws guide us, His love fuels our cause, and He tells us in Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now, choose life so that you and your children may live. So let's make the decision to choose life. Let's rise to the occasion in post-Roe America. Let's seize this moment and make a difference, because every life is worth fighting for, and together we can change the course of history, end abortion, and positively impact millions of lives. Now, more than ever, our world needs you to be a beacon of hope and a champion for life.